Coming up tonight, the Orange Ballroom in Geylang is forced to close after allowing a wedding couple to host 3 receptions and 275 guests.
A once-in-a-century disaster in the middle of a pandemic, record rain brings more extreme flooding to Australia's east coast.
And seeing this has got many of you wondering, is the tiger beer really the winter soldier's drink of choice? This is the Straits Times Newsnight. I'm Chao Suen.
Good evening, I'm Dylan Ang. A popular wedding venue in Geylang has been ordered to close for 20 days for flouting COVID-19 safe management measures.
The Orange Ballroom, located on the 3rd floor of Tanjong Katong Complex, will shut from today until April 10th. Here's what safe distancing ambassadors found during a check on January 30th. A wedding couple had held 2 receptions at 1:30 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. and was planning a third later that day, involving 275 guests in total.
Under COVID-19 rules, a couple is allowed only 1 wedding reception with not more than 100 people in attendance, including the couple. In April last year, a COVID-19 cluster was reported at the Orange Ballroom.
In other COVID-related news, police are investigating 83 people, 46 men and 37 women, for breaking safe distancing measures. In 4 separate cases, they had allegedly gathered to socialize, with public entertainment and liquor believed to have been supplied to them without a valid license. 3 incidents took place in office units, while 1 was in a shophouse.
A man who lied about his employment status to dupe the authorities into dispersing COVID-19 relief funds to him has been sentenced to 6 months jail. Muhammad Faisal Khalid had voluntarily resigned from his job as an admin executive in 2019, but lied that he had lost his job due to the pandemic in April last year when applying for the temporary relief fund. The 37-year-old later tried a second time to cheat the Ministry of Social and Family Development through the COVID-19 support grant by forging documents.
Now looking at the COVID-19 situation here, 12 new cases were confirmed today. They were all imported and had been placed on stay-home notices upon arrival. There were no new cases in the community or from workers' dormitories for the 10th straight day.
Singapore's Foreign Affairs Minister Vivian Balakrishnan will head to Kuala Lumpur tomorrow after paying a visit to Brunei today. During an audience with Sultan Hassan Al Bolkiah, issues discussed include both countries' strong defence ties and healthcare cooperation. Dr. Balakrishnan also sat down with his counterpart Erywon Pehin Yusof to discuss ASEAN's role in regional cooperation. They agreed that the situation in Myanmar was of deep concern and urged all sides in Myanmar to seek a peaceful solution through constructive dialogue.
Now let's take a look at what's been trending on social media. COVID-19 is still raging in the US, but check out these wild scenes in Florida with spring breakers flocking to the state for a carefree vacation, worrying locals and causing chaos. The Miami Beach police fired pepper balls into the crowds of partiers and arrested at least a dozen people over the weekend as the city took tough measures to crack down on spring breakers who officials said are out of control. Officials voted on Sunday to extend an 8 p.m. curfew and emergency powers for up to 3 weeks. Now this is to help control unruly and mostly maskless crowds that have converged on the party destination during spring break.
Torrential rain and rising flood waters continues to wreak havoc in Australia's New South Wales. 8 million residents were told today to avoid unnecessary travel and work from home if possible. So far, 18,000 people have been forced to leave their homes, including this business owner and her 20 dogs in Sydney's northwest.
It's actually unbelievable to see this amount of water. But, you know, we have people that live on the property. Long as that all the animals and our staff are all okay, that's really all we care about, and everything else is replaceable.
Incredible pictures of another natural event, lava pouring out from a volcano after it erupted near Iceland's capital Reykjavik on Friday. Luckily, the area's first volcanic eruption in nearly 800 years posed no immediate danger to people living there or to critical infrastructure. And the national airport was also not closed. Photographers captured stunning images of shooting lava high into the night sky, turning it bright red.
From majestic creatures to fairy tale flora, don't miss this latest episode in the Nature series on wildlife and biodiversity in Singapore.
Nature photographer Jaya Prakash Bojan, along with Dan Ng, in collaboration with WWF Singapore, open our eyes to the beautiful biodiversity that this tiny island is home to.
This is our backyard. This is our city in nature. This is Singapore.
You know, watching that, for me, the message is really clear. It is our responsibility to preserve what is left of our nature.
Indeed, you're right. And frankly, I can't wait to get out and try to spot these cool animals for myself.
And in case you missed it, Sue-Ann, you seem like someone who likes to unwind over a cold beer.
Oh, Dylan, you know me so well.
Well then, you might just have something in common with the Winter Soldier. Bucky Barnes, aka the Winter Soldier, can be seen drinking a bottle of beer in a pub scene in the premiere episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And not just any beer, but Tiger beer. Played by actor Sebastian Stan, Barnes had in fact several bottles of Tiger while on a date. Interestingly though, that's not the only Singaporean connection in the show. There have been hints that parts of the series will take place in the fictional country of Madripoor, said to be inspired by our very own Singapore. Guess we'll have to stay tuned.
And that wraps up the Straits Times Newsnight. Do visit straitstimes.com to see more news and videos.
You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel by hitting the button below. Have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow.